When Bruce Springsteen met the Ramones, he was already a pretty well-known songwriter. In addition to the success of 1975's Born to Run, Springsteen had also written Blinded by the Light for Manfred Mann, a #1 hit in the US, Fire for the Pointer Sisters, a #2 hit in the US, and Because the Night for Patti Smith, a #13 hit in the US. It was August 5th, 1978. The Ramones were sharing a bill with Patti Smith at Asbury Park's Convention Hall. I Wanna Be Sedated was the single they were promoting that summer. Patti Smith was friends with Springsteen, and he'd written her hit song Because the Night, so he came to the show in his hometown to show his support. Naturally, Joey Ramone was hoping the hitmaker, Springsteen, might also write a song for his band.
Springsteen came along with, I think, Little Steven or something. So, like we were on stage and, word got around, circulated, Springsteen's here, So, so that was kind of cool, though,
Yeah.
And after the show, he came backstage. And at that time was when he gave Patti Smith Because of the Night and all that.
Right.
So I said to him, would you write us a song, And so he went home and he was inspired by the show and the band and all that. And he wrote Hungry Heart. He wrote it for us. And then he played it, when it was complete, he played it for his manager, Landau guy.
Right.
And Landau, in keeping his commission intact,
right,
said, keep it for yourself. And that was his first top 10 hit.
I think I just started reading about it, and it was a little record store in the village that was importing all of the punk rock records. And I went and I bought every record. Not that I've heard, but that I've heard about. So I bought all these early punk rock records unheard just to see what it was about. And that was really the first time I actually heard those records. So I just brought them home and played them by myself in my room. Springsteen composed Hungry Heart that night. On Fallon, Bruce said, I saw the Ramones in Asbury Park and we were talking for a while and I was like, man, I've got to write a Ramones song. So I went home and I sat at my table and I wrote it in about the time it took me to sing it. I brought it in and we went to make a demo for it, or I played it for Johnny Ramone and he said, nah, you better keep that one. He was right about that. It did pretty well. Despite this story, some say that Bruce kept Hungry Heart for himself at the insistence of his producer and manager, John Landau. Landau was understandably tired of Bruce giving away his best songs. Shows what a good manager he was. 2 years later, Hungry Heart blew up as the lead single on Bruce Springsteen's fifth album, The River. In 1980, it became his first big hit on the Billboard 100 chart, peaking at #5. If you want to hear what the Ramones version of Hungry Heart might have sounded like, check out the video link in the description. And if you dug this video, check out this interview with David J. about writing the goth classic Bela Lugosi's Dead for Bauhaus. It's pretty cool.